Anna entered the abandoned mansion, the air thick with dust and decay. Each step she took echoed loudly, as if the house itself were listening. Shadows stretched unnaturally across the walls, moving just beyond her sight. A cold draft brushed her neck, though the night was still and quiet outside. She paused, heart racing, sensing she wasn't alone. She lit a candle, and the flickering flame revealed faded portraits on the walls. The eyes of the painted figures seemed alive, following her movements. Somewhere in the distance, a floorboard creaked. Anna froze. She tried to convince herself it was the wind, but the wind didn't sound like footsteps, pacing slowly, deliberately, in time with her heartbeat. A tattered curtain rustled, as if pushed by an unseen hand. She turned sharply, but the hallway was empty. The candle trembled, casting distorted shadows that seemed to reach for her. Her palms were sweaty, her throat dry. She wished she could leave, but something unseen held her in place, watching, waiting for her next move. Anna approached a cracked mirror at the end of the hall. The glass shimmered unnaturally, reflecting not her own face, but a pale figure behind her. She whipped around. Nothing. The figure remained, still visible in the mirror. Her reflection's eyes were hollow, black voids staring straight into her soul, and its lips curled into a cruel smile that she had never made. A whisper filled the room, soft and chilling, calling her name. She spun around, heart hammering, but saw nothing. The candle flickered violently. Shadows twisted and writhed across the walls as if alive. She tried to move, but her legs felt heavy, as if the floor itself were holding her down, trapping her in a nightmare that was becoming more real by the second. From the corner of her eye, she saw movement, a shadow detaching itself from the darkness. It slithered along the floor silently, approaching her. Her breath caught in her throat. She wanted to scream, but no sound came. The shadow paused, almost playful, testing the boundary between reality and the unimaginable. Anna felt her skin crawl. She remembered the old diary she had found on the dusty table. The pages were filled with scrawled warnings. Do not look behind. Do not listen. Do not move after it whispers. Her hands shook as she held it. The whispers grew louder, chanting in a language she couldn't understand, yet somehow knew she shouldn't ignore. The candle went out abruptly. Total darkness engulfed her. Panic surged as she fumbled to relight it. In the darkness, she felt a cold hand graze her arm. She jerked back, nearly falling, and the whispers grew into a cacophony of voices, overlapping, surrounding her from every direction. They were mocking, taunting, promising she could never leave. Suddenly, faint, glowing eyes appeared in the dark, low to the floor. They blinked slowly, locking onto her. They were too close to be a cat, too alive to be a reflection. She froze. The eyes moved closer, and the darkness seemed to take shape around them, forming a figure, grotesque yet humanoid, stretching impossibly tall as it emerged from the shadows. Anna backed away slowly, but the room seemed to expand unnaturally, every corner hiding another shape. The floorboards creaked with each step, though no one followed her, yet the sound of breathing surrounded her. It was deep, wet, unnatural, and it was coming from all directions. Her heartbeat thundered in her ears, matching the rhythm of something monstrous moving just out of sight. A cold tendril brushed her ankle, and she screamed silently, frozen in place. The floor beneath her seemed to pulse, alive. She kicked at the shadows, but her feet passed through nothing. Above her, the ceiling stretched impossibly high, dripping darkness like liquid ink. Panic clawed at her chest as the whispers became voices, forming words she couldn't comprehend but understood perfectly. You cannot leave. Suddenly, the old grandfather clock began striking, though it had been broken for decades. Each chime vibrated through the walls and floors, shaking her very bones. Shadows twisted violently with every strike, elongating and shrinking, forming grotesque shapes that seemed to reach for her, mocking her terror as if they thrived on it. Anna stumbled backward and collided with the mirror again. The figure in it now stepped out, a warped imitation of herself. Its limbs were unnaturally long, its face a grotesque mask of her features. It grinned, revealing teeth that were too many, too sharp. Her scream finally broke free, but it sounded wrong, as if another mouth had joined her voice, mocking it. The figure reached for her with elongated, clawed fingers. She stumbled, trying to flee, but the walls closed in slightly, narrowing the hall. Every door she tried was locked, every window impossibly high. The figure's presence pressed closer, and the air itself seemed to weigh her down, suffocating, pulling her toward something she could not escape. All at once, silence fell. Anna stood in the center of the hall, trembling, heart racing. Behind her, a whisper rasped, cold as ice. "You looked." The candle reignited on its own, casting a pale light. The mirror was empty, but she knew, deep down, that the thing was still there, watching, waiting, and that the house would never let her go.